excited show. I have to tell you, wow, this trauma center, thank God that I'm healthy, because just when we went to the break, they were ready to put me down on the slab just to check me out. But I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Now, as promised, I told you, we're going to get into the SB 1070. We have to get into this bill because I just cannot believe all of the manufactured fear that's been happening. So we need to really get into it. We asked Dr. Chris Salvino truly what he thinks of it, as well as everyone is saying about all this manufactured fear. So without any further ado, do you like it?
SB 1070.
Yes. SB 1070.
SB 1070. I'm going to tell you my opinion of that, but I don't want your audience to lose sight of the bigger picture. So let's talk about that, and then let's go to the bigger picture.
Got it.
I'm in favor of SB 1070. But let's say you're not. So let's say I agree and you don't. What we can agree on one other thing. More important, the border is our national security, and it is a civ. We have no border security right now. That's the main issue here right now. We must talk about that border. I've been to the border.
Yes, you have.
Would you like to talk about that?
I would. Tell me about the cartels, because I've done some research on you. You've actually had firsthand, witnessing of the murders. The people being gunned down, just, civil people that, really just, they got caught in crossfire of the war, of the cartel wars. Tell us about that.
Well, what got me interested in this first off is we are in Phoenix. We're not at the border, but we're close. And I'm seeing the ravages of the border here up in Phoenix.
Here in Phoenix?
Yeah, we're seeing...
In this trauma center right here?
Yeah, we are.
Come on, Dr. Salvino.
I'm not lying to you. This is true. Gunshots, stab wounds, car accidents coming from the cartel, coming from the felons coming across the border. So, but before the audience thinks something wrong about me, I've got compassion for people all over the world. I've done volunteer surgery in Mexico, Bolivia, Kenya, and 4 weeks in Somalia. So I have compassion as a physician. But I'm seeing the ravages of illegal immigration and the lack of our border almost on a daily basis. The border is a sieve.
So you like it. Okay, very well. Then you are like I am. You're concerned about the people of Arizona. It's nothing about any kind of prejudice or anything like that. You're not talking about any kind of racial profiling, because I understand their concerns. I really do, okay? But I also know one thing as well, too. A lot of people are talking about how the violence is, they think we're a little ways from the border. Well, it's almost like we're right on the border. And now here you have just chiseled in granite for me that it is true. We're getting the violence right here in your trauma center.
We are the #1 kidnapping city in America.
Yes,
due to the
correct.
cartels. The #2 home invasion city in the world due to the cartels.
I know, but do you honestly think, it's like I told someone the other day, okay, watch how you say that until you have the facts to back it up. Is that all from illegals, though? Is that percentage that you're talking about, #1, is that all derived from the illegals?
A big portion that's coming from that particular population.
Okay, what would you do about it then?
I've been to the border. The border is a sieve. The border doesn't really exist in the way you would think about it and the way I would think about it. I visited a great American named John, a cattle rancher, 4th generation, has his property on the border. Guess how many people cross illegally his property on a daily basis?
I have to say probably 10,000.
A daily?
Well,
100.
100.
He has 100 people crossing his property on a daily basis, jumping over the fence, coming across, and not being picked up by the border agents necessarily. So when a great American like John, 4th generation, has this many people crossing the border on a daily basis, that's a problem. And it's not just people looking for work anymore. That was one issue. We have the cartels crossing, as you pointed out. We have the felons taking up about 25% of our prisons. And if they've not yet crossed, they're going to, the terrorists. So people looking for work, the cartels, the felons, and the terrorists are all crossing our border, and our border is too porous.
So do you think Al Sharpton just doesn't care about the people, that all he cares about is himself, getting publicity? Because what you just said, any average American, any elementary level American can comprehend the fact that, hey, if it keeps going like this, we're going to be a war zone right here. We're going to be worried about walking out our door.
It is a war zone. The border is a war zone. It's where the cartels live right now. And by the way, I've got compassion for not just Americans, but also for the Hispanic population too. I was in Mexico and I did volunteer surgery in November. And I operated with a guy who was my age, a surgeon my age. We operated together, and he's from Mexico. He was so scared for his family that every night he went home, he would not go back to the hospital. He went home because he's afraid his family was going to get kidnapped. And guess where he went? This is a good Mexican surgeon, highly qualified. Guess where he went the day after I left Mexico?
Oh, tell us.
He went to Canada looking for a job. So I understand that they're also feeling the ravages of the cartel on that side of the border. But our border right now is a sieve. It's not controlled. It's a national security threat.
Wow!